Key events in the history of modern Israel. Today, really, it's a talk, it's a chat, and I'll be reading a lot from the screen, trying to explain some things that I do understand. Those that I don't understand, I'll just read them. So that's what will happen today. So I'll be giving you the years and so forth, so that you know how special this nation is called Israel. So it's a history lesson, but not ancient history, modern history. Okay, some of you were born when these events took place. Some of you were not born, but hey, it's not our problem that you were not born. Don't accuse us for you not being born. It's your fault. You were late to come. All right. And that's what we'll be dealing with. Key events in the history of modern Israel. You can see we are almost wrapping up now. We have talked about New Jerusalem on Sunday and this beautiful city. We gave you everything and its qualities, properties about this. I thought today I will start with that, but if I get time, I may revisit a few things on the New Jerusalem. But we have talked about millennium and everything else. Key events in the history of modern Israel. Israel to date is 78 years old as a nation. Help me to get my arithmetic right. Israel became a nation in one day in 1948. This is 2026. Can you just do a little bit of calculations there? And let me, 2026 minus 1948 is what? How many years? 78 years. So it's 78 years. It's a new nation, brand new nation, but one of the most developed nations in terms of many, many facets of its economy. Number one is the military, very, very strong. As you can see, it's been fighting ever since day one, fighting nations around it. And of course, America has come in to help and so forth. When you bless a nation like Israel, even though you don't understand why, but when you bless it, God says, those that bless Israel, I will bless as well. Okay? Because sometimes television shows you things that your flesh may not understand. But yours is just to bless. It's like seeing someone born again and you know they were rascal. Maybe they impregnated your sister 7 times and now you see them holding a microphone and they are preaching. Your natural reaction is to be angry with that situation, isn't it? But God chose and just forgave them. And he loves them. That's how he did with Israel. He chose Israel as his own nation. Yeah. So you look at the choice of God and honor it and respect it, you go far. If you try to violate it, you then be in trouble. We are talking about the modern history of the nation of Israel. So I say today, I won't be preaching, I'll be just reading and then explaining as we move on. I hope that you are able to enjoy that, isn't it? Yeah. If you can't enjoy that, that's fine. I'll give you points sometime next week. But today, just the history. We are coming from far with the nation with this teaching of end time events. We are coming from the days of Noah, and we went on right through, and we passed through tribulation. We passed through rapture before tribulation, then rapture, and then tribulation, and then millennium, 1,000 years. Then after millennium, the New Jerusalem, Lucifer and his demons being thrown into the lake of fire finally. After being bound for 1,000 years, loosed again, and then thrown into the lake of fire. It's been a long, long, long journey that we've taken it. How many have understood? How many feel now you are able to understand the end time events? Okay. That's why the rumblings that we are seeing today All this is written in the Bible. The Bible is powerful. Okay. You will see the nations around Israel being your Russia, being China, being North Korea, being the Arab League of Nations, and that's an all-encompassing word there, as well as Iran, Persia. All these are attacking that one small nation. I don't want to be simplistic in my view and understanding. I know that there has been provocation as well from other nations. But all I'm just saying is that God chose Israel and he blessed Israel. So choose as well to bless Israel. You'll be okay. Okay. Even if you don't understand why. Is that so? Am I being clear in putting what I'm just saying? Choose. It's like when you have a friend and your friend chooses to accept someone. If you want to remain friends with that friend, accept that person too. And overlook their natural mistakes. Just say, you know what, my friend likes you. I may not like your ways, but my friend likes you. You are also my friend. Are you understanding that? That's how you should treat Israel and pray for it. Because God has chosen it. You can't change that. Yeah, if you want to go to heaven, you cannot change that. So learn to relate with these events like we are relating with them. Okay. So Israel is 78 years. It was born, I nearly said again, but not again. It was born as a nation in 1948. We'll touch on that later as we reach 1948 as a nation. They had scattered. Why did God allow them to scatter? Because they turned their eyes away from God. It's been a relationship like that between Israel and God. They would love him when he blesses them and empowers them. Then they turn away from them. Then he allows the enemies to come in. So much the relationship like you and I with God, isn't it? You may look at Israel and say, but you are like that yourself. Did you know that you are like that? Yeah, right now when things are a problem and you are facing trials and hardships, yeah, you tend to love God. The moment God blesses you, you turn away from God. Have you seen that? That's how your life is. Yeah. Ask your neighbor and say, you are like that. Yeah. Many Christians backslide during blessings. They forget God. Yeah. If you see them in the house of God, you know, they are just some of them barely making it. But once they have money, they forget God. I've seen it. I've been a pastor for many years. Some of them, you are praying for them knowing, oh my God, the blessing is about to come on this fool. And this fool will disappear from church. But what you do as a pastor, your job is to bless people and hope that they will make the right decision. Yeah, you find they have no job, they get a job, they are fervent first month, second month, third month, they tell you, no, they want us more and more at work. It is them volunteering overtime on a Sunday. They've forgotten God. So don't marvel and just get confused and say, the nation of Israel, what kind of people is it? No, it's at play. The same pattern, same lifestyle is at play with your life. You are like that. You are serious when you think you are about to die. When you think you're about to die. When the doctor tells you, hey, there's something that we saw in your tummy. On that day, the fervency that we see on the altar, the mucus, you are crying. When they say, oh, sorry, it was your intestine. We thought it had just moved a little bit. Back to your ways. So really, we play games with God one way or the other, just like the nation of Israel. So that's what happened with the nation of Israel over years, ever since its formation. They would come in, love God, and then when God blesses them, they will go back. But I want to take you through the modern now, not the ancient history, the modern history. So we start with that. As we wrote this book, it was 60 years, but now it's 78 years to date. All right. Let's look at some of the events noted. May 1948. May 1948. The United Nations officially recognized the state of Israel. The president was Harry Truman, he wrote a letter in support of that. The Israel government established the state of Israel that's fulfilling this prophecy. 2,500 years. Ezekiel had prophesied. Abantu bakwazi ukuprophetha wena. 2,500 years, he saw the bones. Remember, the Bible's prophecies, or the whole Bible, has dual interpretation. There is an interpretation for the nation of Israel as is, as well as you. You understand the events in your life. So don't get confused. You can take that Ezekiel 37 to mean us now and begin to use that prophecy, and it's all right. But as well as go back to the nation of Israel. Every prophecy has dual interpretation. Is that okay, Sis Pretty? You read Ezekiel 37, the bones coming together. Literally, the bones came together in 1948. Yeah, a dual meaning. But the bones must come together for you and me today. So when you read the Bible that way, you won't get confused at all. Okay. So in 1948, where were the Jews? They were scattered in the diaspora. They were in Soviet Union, they were in Europe, all the countries. Britain, France, Germany, they were all over. They were here in Africa because of Hitler and the persecution. They ran. Hitler, the most cruel man, exterminated 6 million Jews during the Second World War, or leading to the Second World War. 6 million of them. He was moved by Lucifer, Satan himself. He didn't like the Jews. And therefore some were put in gas chambers, some were put in camps, some were killed, and some were destroyed. And some who managed to escaped, some to America. So Jews were scattered all over, across different nations. We have Jews here. Our children is a Jew. If you go back to their fathers, you will find that some fathers, some of their fathers were involved in the Holocaust. When I was in, I say German, no. When we were in Israel, we went to the museum, the Holocaust Museum. If you just go through it, it takes you maybe an hour or two to go through. You will not come out the other end without shedding tears. Because the Jewish people were very precise in collecting even shoes and shirts, and they will give you a history of where these died and where these died. Just passing through, even the music is as you pass. It's a neat museum, but full of sadness as you go through. Did you go through the museum? Molly was with us here. Okay, it's a painful museum. Kids were exterminated, the elderly people, the women, the mothers. Some were told you were going to work and be put in camps. As they showered, gas came in and they were choked, and that's how Hitler worked. Hitler's aim was to conquer the whole world, but in particular, he did not like the Jews. But it was the turning away of the Jews from God that they found themselves there. It was one of the most difficult things. But God in his mercy, therefore, he brings them scattered all over. You will be surprised when you deal with Jewish people. They love each other. Yeah, it's like they are two in a family. You know, when you are born 2 or 3 and you are few in a family, you look after each other. They will do anything to find a Jew. You take a Jewish person somewhere and take them captive. They know where you are. They'll come for you. They will spend millions of dollars to rescue a Jew. An African, yeah. Kuiwonga chitswake chiko. Not so with the Jews. If you have watched the movie, the Entebbe raid, or raided Entebbe airport, when Idi Amin was expelling foreigners, especially Indians and whites, Idi Amin was a bad guy. He expelled them from Uganda. The Jews were somehow taken captive there, and they found themselves not able to leave. Israel sent an army, low flying. It's called The Raid at Entebbe. How many have watched the movie The Raid at Entebbe? You've watched? How many this side? So you are really not interested in history. How many have watched the movie The Raid at Entebbe Airport? Entebbe is an airport in Uganda. I've been to Entebbe many times. Richard Lutwama comes from Uganda. Yeah, the raid then. The Jews found themselves stuck there, but Idi Amin had taken captive of them. And therefore, the Israeli army came in. And yeah, is there? It's a movie. I've watched maybe twice or three times, just for interested to see how these people take care of their own people. I ask that if God makes you a leader as well, love the people that you lead. Love them with all your heart, that you are able to do some favors for them if it's within your power. It's called good leadership. When you begin to love the people that you lead, even other people will feel that those people must be loved. Have you ever noticed with one American? Oh, they will do anything for an American. But the most nation that loves its citizens is Israel. There is no nation. Touch a Jewish person, try and keep them somewhere. They will come after, even if it's one person, even if it's a child. They will commandeer all the resources, all the resources to rescue one person. So the movie Raid on Entebbe is about that. And therefore they rescued all the Jews that were there and took them there. They flew so low that the raiders could not detect them. And they came in, surrounded the airport, carrying guns, rescued all of them, put them in. By the time Idi Amin and his army realized they'd gone. It's a powerful movie. It's scary. I've watched it twice. Yeah, you'll find it in... you found it? Yeah, don't watch it now, but I see he's happy. I'm laying this background so that you'll understand. And if you're going to enjoy the Bible, just get to know a little bit of history. I'm not asking you to be a historian, but just get to know a little bit of history so that you'll understand the world events and where we are coming from. Because you can't understand where we are if you don't understand where we are coming from. Yeah, but if you understand where we are coming from, it'll be very easy to understand where we are going. Is that not so? So I'm said that I'm talking of rated in Entebbe. There's not even one student here. Kati kwekhanda kuyacicha kumbe lithanda amabhanzi vele ukuyedlula history. Yeah. It doesn't matter, even if it's 1940, before I was born, I will watch it. The thing is, what is it showing? If it was just a useless movie, romance and so, who wants to watch romance 1948? No. But this has history in it. I've watched many Hitler movies myself, seeing how this man operated, the demons that were in him, how he, yes. You're enjoying it already. What is it saying?
6 of the hijackers and 4 to 5 Ugandan soldiers died in the attack. So it's talking about the attack.
Yes. If you read the trailer, does it have a trailer there? A trailer just gives you a summary. Sorry? There's the poster. So anything with history, you can't say it's old. Yeah, it's only romantic stories and all other useless stories, fiction. But anything that tells you history, especially of a nation like Israel, you better read it. The Bible is the history of Israel, isn't it? And God. So Yeah. And you say, oh yeah, but 1977, the book here, the book is, oh, the book is old. Yeah. All right, let's begin. The Israeli government established the state of Israel that's fulfilling the 2,500-year-old prophecy recorded in Ezekiel. Now give us Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel 37. You know I'm cool today because I want you to understand. Because if I move faster, even if you yawn, I don't care. But I just want you to enjoy history, at least know what history is all about. Let's read. The hand of the Lord came upon me and brought me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, and it was full of bones. This is Ezekiel 2,500 years prior to the birth of the nation, in 1948. He sees these bones scattered. Guess who? It's the Jews all over the nations. All over, running away from Hitler. They were scattered all over because they were rich and Hitler didn't like the Jews. They were prospering. So he made sure that wherever they were, he steered people against them, that they would be hunted, be killed. So they began to scatter. But really the cause of that is that they turned their eyes away from God. No matter what happens, no matter how much money you have, no matter how successful you are, please don't turn your eyes from God. Keep on loving him. Keep on waking up in the morning and asking him to help you. Let's start by that now. Say, Lord Jesus, help me today in Jesus' name. Verse 2. Verse 2. Then he caused me to pass by them all around, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and indeed they were very dry. Verse 3. Verse 3. And he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? So I answered, Oh Lord, you know. Verse 4. Again he said to me, prophesy. Touch your neighbor and say, prophesy. To these bones and say to them, O dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Wow. May such things fascinate me. I enjoyed reading all this and trying to present it to you. I'm just watching your faces. If I don't see excitement, I'll go back to Jerusalem. I have two messages here. If I just see you Tim and then I'll say, I want to have a feeling. Why tell them a history? This history will assist you. That says the Lord God, these bones surely I will cause breath to enter into you and you shall live. Verse 6. Verse 6. I will put sinews on you and bring flesh upon you and cover you with skin and put breath in you and you shall live. Then you shall know that I am the Lord. Verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded. As you know, these bones began to come together. Jump to verse 10, please. Verse 10, verse 10, verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. Verse 11. Verse 11. Then he said to me, Son of man, can these bones are the whole house of Israel. Can you see now? The whole house of Israel. This is Israel itself. I know you take those bones as you are fine, like I told you, dual interpretation. But really, this is Israel, whole house of Israel. They indeed say our bones are dry. Our hope is what? Lost. And we ourselves are cut off. Scattered. Then 12. 12 Pelabab. Therefore prophesy and say to them, thus says the Lord God, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Prior to 1948, there was no Israel. It is a nation that was miraculously formed within a day. You will see the history of it, how it was formed. Are you seeing this? Does this excite you or you don't? Yeah. Don't do end time events if you don't get excited about it. So I'm giving you the background to scriptures so that you will understand. 1948. I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Verse 13. Then you shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up from your graves. Verse 14. I will put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I will bless you in your own land. Then you shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, says the Lord. Isaiah 66, verse 8. Isaiah 66, verse 8. Watch this, so that you will know the Bible is, there is no book is more up to date as the Bible. Isaiah 60, who has heard such a thing? Let's tell you in the way. Ngubani oswezwa into enje, imhlolo enje, such a thing. Who has seen such things? Shall the earth be made to give birth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion was in labor, she gave birth to her children. A nation was born in one day. Yeah. Again, dual interpretation. First of all, give it to Israel as a nation. The whole events of Israel are prophetic. So that when you see any rumblings in Israel, no, there's a verse for it. Yeah, there's a verse now about what is happening now. Now. These fights here. When I look at this, kati sure petrol yetula. When uboni petrol ngobusi Africa, awuboni the bigger picture. There is a bigger picture. The bigger picture is not your fuel that is gone up. Lochova le mali uchova kati $1, kati say $2 siza kuthini siza kuphela. Uzaphela kuhle sibili nge-end time. Ayikho uchova. Uchova is just a small thing coming from there. Can you see how you reduce the Bible into your little things? Katezu busy your calculator manje banga continue kulwa. Somebody put it a plane now. He says the tickets are 3 times. 3 times. These are all spin-offs of what's happening in Israel. They are rumblings now. You will feel them. There is no way when Israel begins to tremble that you will not feel it. It's a small nation. It's about 8 million people. Yeah. The world population is 8 billion. If you want to convert, then you will see 8 million over 8 billion. You come up with a percentage. It's 0.00 something. So to just show you that when God has chosen you, no matter how, you see now I'm getting to preach. I didn't want to preach. I'm just giving you history. Selingiyekele ngachumayela kanje history siyayithola njani ngachuma siyagcina sisima lapha isikhathi sihamba isiwe. Here's the thing. 8 million over 8 billion. But we are feeling the tremor caused by 8 million people. By a small nation that you can drive from one day, from one corner to the other end. But it will affect you. It dominates news. When anything happens in Israel, dominates. Kuyezwakala abazalwane bami. Ukulithanda ngiyalithanda, but lingacice ekhanda vele ufusane ekhanda. Touch your mind and say, Lord, help me to know stuff. Yeah. So a nation was born. We will show you how this nation was born as we read history. It's just history, really. But the history that's very interesting because it covers you. Listen to this. Still after 1948, Great Britain ended its mandate. Let's go. Go up. Great Britain ended its mandate in Palestine. Great Britain had a mandate over Palestine. Israel was not yet in existence. So that was given to Britain and other European nations in Palestine, and it decided to remove its troops. Said, we are leaving. They left the chaos there. But it wasn't chaos, it was God working. Okay. Leaving behind some 650,000 Jews only to govern themselves, surrounded by nations like Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, and many others, Iran. Have you watched the nations that surround? There's only possibly one nation that is neutral, Jordan. The rest, right, leaving behind some 650 Jews to govern themselves. Go further up. This turn of events was unacceptable to the Arab world. I said, what? You're leaving these guys? I thought really we will be judged and take off. Egypt, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, and Iraq united together immediately. These are huge nations. Yeah, immediately declared war on Israel. How many people are you talking about? 650 at that time. There are 8 million now. At that time, 650. Yeah. Within hours following the declaration of sovereignty. Within hours. More. The Arab armies easily outnumbered the Israelis, and although thousands of Jews died in the ensuing combat, Israel miraculously was able to defeat the Arab neighbor. How can that happen? They themselves, even in the natural, though they are not yet born again, they will tell you, God is on our side. They always, ask any Jewish person, they will tell you, God is on our side. So when you are talking to them and you have Jesus inside of you, they don't believe that Jesus was the prophet, or was God. They will tell you, no, we are blessed, we have Jesus. They love you because you are coming closer as well to say Jehovah. Once you say Jehovah, they understand you. I'm talking of the Orthodox Jews. But they know without a shadow. Even when they are going to war to fight, they know they are the army of God. Go to Israel in the wall of, what is it called? The wall of, I forget the name, where they pray. It's called the wall of Wailing Wall. They are praying. Praying violently. You envy them and say, yeah, these people. Can you imagine a person like that born again? They live the Bible. They teach all these names that you see in the Bible. You'll find them in the streets in Israel. All of them. So you must go to Israel. Pray for peace before rapture so that you quickly go in and come out. Yes. Sis Molly went. We were 28 or 32 of us. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Everything that you see in the Bible. That's why I ended up baptizing some people on Jordan River. I remember, the only person I remember, Molly baptized. Yeah. Who else? Sharon, you were with us. Yeah, Sharon was there. I baptized the fat lady. I've never forgotten that lady. When I saw her come, I thought, oh my God, I am finished here. It was Jordan River. Yeah, Jordan River. So I put my team there, so I went in wearing a white gown and a girdle. One by one, they were coming through. Then I had forgotten that we had taken this because she came in. I said, in my mind, I said, I'm drowning here. Even though I put my feet astride like this, I said, this one. It's either she's on top of me or I'm on top of it. There will be a change of positions. A change of guard. Oh, I held her and down and up. Wow, was I not blessed? I went, That was a miracle. So there you are. You are seeing a nation being saved by God. Some 350,000 additional Arabs who refused now to recognize the state of Israel fled to neighboring Arab countries such as Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. All right, that's our first point. Second, 1956. Egypt, under the direction of Gamal Abdel Nasser, you know, this great leader of Egypt, tried to nationalize the Suez Canal. Not the Hormuz now, another canal, the Suez Canal. Following British withdrawal from the area, Israel invaded the Sinai Peninsula. In 8 days, it reached the canal, gaining control over the northernmost point of the Gulf of Aqaba. Nasser suffered a military defeat, but gained an eventual political victory by retaining control of the Suez Canal. 1964. I was 4 years old there. The Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO, was formed. How many know about PLO? Huh? PLO, the most intense war has been between Israel and PLO. That has been the Arabs that live in a land called Palestine. Okay? Because the Jews feel it's their land, the Arabs feel as well it's our land. That has triggered enmity between Arabs all around because they see their fellow Arabs there suffering. We crossed over to Palestine ourselves. We're in Israel for some days. Then we wanted to go to Bethlehem. And we wanted to go to Boaz's fields. So we had to cross over. Our guide was a Jewish woman. She said, I can't take you across. It's just a post. Then you cross off. So we're in a bus. Remember, we're traveling in a bus. So she said, I can't go with you that side. I will bring my colleague who is an Arab to take over. I will wait for you here and come back after 2 days when you are there. I will come and meet you from here. So she said, goodbye. You remember, what's her name? Shera. What's her name, the lady? Shera, or she. So she remained. Sharon, is the story true? So she remained. We crossed off. We went to a hotel. What was the hotel called? Nazareth or Bethlehem or whatever. It was a big hotel. That we stayed there for 2 days. So we went to Bethlehem. We went to Boaz fields and on other areas. I think there was a shooting there while we were there. And we left. I remember, I think it's either it's Judy Mwenje or Mamsia who said, you are a leader, cover us in prayer. That's when I knew it's a difficult thing to take a group. I needed covering myself. Someone says, you are a leader, cover us. And they've left their children and I've taken them there. Shooting and bomb explosion. While we were there. Lucky enough, we stayed with 2 days there and we left. Whether 2 days or 3 days, then we left. We found Shera waiting for us. Then we continued. Because we have to see some areas that were not in the territory of Israel. So PLO was founded by the Palestinian Arabs in order to create an armed force capable of, watch this now, of coercing Israel to give up land that could be used for an independent, controlled Palestine. Here's the issue. When God gave Abraham land, he gave all that land to Abraham. Yes. And therefore, these descendants of Abraham believe the land is theirs because God gave them. But these have come in from the son to Abraham called Ishmael. That's where the Arabs come from. That's the conflict there. The conflict is between Isaac, if you are to simplify it, and Ishmael. It is Sarah who made a mistake. When God gave them a promise, they had waited for 25 years for an Isaac. Abraham and Sarah could not have a child. But God, through his grace, spoke a word. And then Sarah, at an advanced age, she conceived. Conceived, as a granny, conceived. If surely a granny can conceive, you can conceive too. At the right time, that is. And then after 25 years. But it is in waiting that Sarah said, you know what, this promise is taking long. Don't criticize Sarah because, for two reasons. I have a wife called Sarah, that's the first reason. The second reason is this. If you have been waiting for 25 years, I know what it is. I waited for 21 years here. I couldn't come here sometimes to come and see this place because I was wounded on the inside. But I wasn't bitter with God. No, I was just saying, Lord, you gave me a promise. Look at how long it's taken. Somewhere halfway, it is Mama Sarah who said, I have a maid. The language she uses, get into her. In other words, sleep with her. Yeah, since I have nothing to give you. I go childless. He had said, only this Eliezer will be my inheritor, my heir. Please, do something. Sarah said, I will cook you a meal. Powerful one. There is Hagar from Egypt. Abraham did whatever he did. And then Ishmael was born. But you know, Sarah became so jealous. And then she felt that Hagar despised her because she had no child. So she told her husband, I don't want this and this Hagar and this boy. Let them go. And Abraham obeyed. Because it is said of Sarah, she was beautiful. You remember as you read your Bible, wherever she went with Abraham, Abraham had to lie and say, she is my sister. Because even kings will look at her. She must have been stunning. I wish somebody kept Sarah's photo just to look at her. That cause wherever she went, people just, kings, in fact, it wasn't ordinary people. It was kings that wanted her. What a woman. And later, chasing them. And they waited a few years, and then she conceived. And Ishmael was born, Isaac was born. So the conflict dates back that side, the time of Abraham and Sarah. Arabs then come from Ishmael. And then the Jews come from. That's where the whole thing started. It's still at play today. And it's so intense today. So why do the Arabs believe that the land is theirs as well? They think of Ishmael. But really the promise came to Isaac. If you are to split hairs, the promise came to Isaac. It's like a stepchild fighting for your inheritance. Well, I shouldn't talk too much about stepchildren. Maybe you're a stepchild yourself. I'm just trying to highlight the point there. I'm not saying you are evil if you're a stepchild. But I'm just saying, it's like your dad met someone somewhere, impregnated them, and then they brought this stepchild. And the stepchild says, I have my rights too. This is my father. You have to be very careful as to how you deal with that issue. But God is very clear. Am I making it clear for you there? Okay. So then, therefore, the Arabs awoke now to say, hey, we want our piece of land. So they have Palestine. But they are forming an army because they believe they want more land. They believe they're squashed. That's where the whole thing begins there. So this move led to inflamed Palestinian nationalism that will result in series of wars and conflicts which continue to this very day to this very day. When you hear PLO, you know. When you hear Palestine, you know. You know what has just happened the past 6-7 months. Israel went again to Palestine and brought the buildings down, all of them. There's much suffering there today. Why? Because they allowed a militant army that is based in Lebanon called Hezbollah to pass through and go into Israel and shoot the Israelis. That's how this war started. Not this current one, but the war between Israel and Palestine and Lebanon. Yeah. Who is sponsoring the Hezbollah army? Iran. What is Iran's purpose? Iran believes Israel must be destroyed. Am I making it simple and clear? That's the mission. Ahmadinejad said one day, he said, the last prime minister of Iran, he said one day we are going to destroy Israel. Why is Israel fighting Iran? Because they don't want them to develop a nuclear weapon, because it's directly aimed at them. They're developing it not for anybody else, but for them. That's the whole thing. Because they have told them, we are going to wipe you off the face of the earth. Yes. So Israel says, look, we will come after you anyway before you do come after us. So occasionally Israel goes to bombs. And you look and say, but why is Israel doing that? Because if you have a neighbor that says, I'm going to kill you, you better believe them that they're going to kill you. Hey. Yes, because they've been prepared. America being a friend to Israel. Why is America a friend to Israel? For many reasons. Most Jewish scientists fled from Germany to America during World War II. They are the ones that have developed everything, the industries of Europe. They're Jews. So guess what? In developing and living there, they are the richest Jews. They influence who becomes president in America. They do. But as well, when you're campaigning there, they will tell you that, look, we're going to give you money for your campaign. They'll give you millions and millions, but they will say, remember Israel. There is no one president who's come into power who forgets Israel. Even Barack Obama, neutral as he was, he will still remember Israel. Is that clear? Yeah. So it is the Jewish people that ran and are in the diaspora in America. They are no longer in the diaspora. That's their home. They are rich. I wish I could preach a sermon for you. The Jewish people in America and elsewhere who are billionaires. All these, I preached it, but these were not there. Yeah. They are rich. Anything that you see from movies to Microsoft, you'll find that they're Jews. There is no way you will neglect in America the Jewish nation Israel and survive. They will not give you money. If they think you're a communist, you're gone. They will never look good. Look at this lady who was running against Kamala Harris. Yeah, they thought, no. She was going to win. Said, no, we want somebody who will talk well about Israel. Not to say, no, let's remember this and that. Once you say, let's remember all other nations and forget Israel, you're gone. You never win. You cannot. Scripturally, is America right? Yes. Yes. Well, they're not wise. They're spiritual. They know where their bread is buttered. So they side with that. That's why they will side with things that you, in your own mind, don't understand. But why? Look, Israel is provoking. You don't understand. But you don't understand as well the history. The history says, Israel, this is your land. And who says that? Is it just some man there somewhere? No. If it was some man, I will agree and say, look, no, you must share. But it is God, the creator of heaven and earth, who says, it's your land. Who are you to question that? Just keep quiet and pray for Israel and love Israel, even though you don't understand, because your mind is limited. You jump now and do it, like South Africa is doing, isn't it? Can you see why South Africa is suffering? It is suffering because they took Israel to the Hague. I was at the Hague, the courts, to say you are unfair. Guess what? When you say that, it's like we are pointing fingers at God, and God will allow things to fall apart. Yeah. Remember now, Ramaphosa was supposed to go to G7 as a representative of Africa. They said they don't want him. Trump just said, no. Yeah. But who is influencing Trump? The most important people with money. Says, we don't want that guy. You don't take Israel to courts. What are you talking about?
It's like taking God.
Yes, indirectly. It's like, yeah. You don't say that when you are in Africa, you can see. Now they're squeezing South Africa. You can see that they're squeezing South Africa. Yeah, they're squeezing them. We're not investing. They are squeezing them. Then they create a story. Trump comes in with the stories. You say, the whites are being killed. Yeah, the Boers are being killed. There's lots of... That's not true. But you made a mistake when you touched Israel. That's the whole thing for you to understand this. You better learn. Otherwise, you'll be a dunderhead here if you don't. So that conflict there is Palestine wanting more land from Israel. Yeah, because they believe we live side by side. But the Jews are saying, yes, side by side, but we are the owners of the land. Yeah. It's like you living in my house for 20 years. We're living together. I have the title deeds. Now, when I say I want to reduce you to one room, stay in that room. Don't complain and say, I have 5 rooms. It's like joy. Don't complain. I just allowed you to live in one room. Be content in one room. Make it in that one room. Don't make noise. Yeah, it's because it's my house. I have the title. Don't make noise. There are people that love to make noise when you give them a pound of flesh. Just a little bit. They want everything. Let's move. Are you enjoying the history? I wasn't so sure that you were going to enjoy history, but I'm thinking you are loving it, yeah. But you can't teach this on a Sunday service. That's why I left it for you. On a Sunday service, basukuma abantu bezamula besiye toilet, belunywa izisu, come back, and because you are giving them some things that they will consider irrelevant. But you, I think you are intellectuals. I took a gamble with you. That's why I brought 2 messages here. I said, 1967. Watch, 1967. 6-day war, 1967. The Israeli intelligence, watch now this, agency, it's called Mossad. Tina, we have CIO here. They have FBI in America. You understand? Every nation has its own intelligence. What do? They gather information about internal threats, external threats, so that they act. So that they surprise you with a surprise before you surprise them. We have CIO here. CIO is a many. Maybe we may have some here. They are here. I have known that. I have preached to CIO. In our choirs, CIO have joined us and become our members here. For years, one man came in to say goodbye after some time. He says, yeah, I was sending files about you. I said, really? He says, yeah. He says, I was sending files just to Yeah, but I want to tell you they were good files because you preached the gospel. I said, thank God. I said, really, why didn't you tell me? He says, no, I came on an assignment initially, but I got born again in your church. Yeah, on assignment. So there are many. There are students that are assigned. There are mothers as well that are assigned. Elderly mothers that could be in a church, they are assigned. You get to know them. Oh, okay. There are fathers that are assigned. So they recruit from all ages. Students are picked then when they are young so that as they qualify, then they join. Nothing wrong. It's their job, isn't it? They're doing their job. Yeah. Because as well, when you're in power, you would like to know where your threats coming from, isn't it? Your threats are coming from students. You monitor them because they're full of hotheads. Yeah. Am I revealing a secret of some CIO? Touch your neighbor and say, are you one as well while you are seated? So we as pastors, we are not fools, so we know. We pastor all manner of people. Here in my church, I pastor commissioners. Some of the commissioners are my pastors. You know that. I have 2 commissioners, serious commissioners. They are my pastors. I met them pastors. One of the top CIO was my pastor. What you do when they've gone through the Bible, they know the Bible, they love God and so forth, make them pastors. I prayed for him one day, slain, and the gun went. Everybody feared. They said, "Wow!" I knew he was one, but I didn't know that he was carrying a gun. Yeah, loaded. No, it was loaded. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back. I'm just telling you what Mossad is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my stories are true. Uncovered Arab plans. Watch now this. What did Mossad do? Uncovered Arab plans to launch an immediate military attack against Israel. They gathered this information. You're about to be attacked. Let's read. This is 1967. Mossad also discovered that Russia was in the process. Russia. Russia was what? In the process of supplying large shipments of arms to the Arab countries that were planning this attack. It doesn't start now. All these nations that we're talking about that will form Armageddon, they are already doing the assignment now. So the Bible is true. So rather than waiting for the Arab assault, Israeli launched pre-dawn land and air strikes against Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. I said, can we wait? We know you're about to attack us. Let's attack you first. So they did. Then let's go on. Although outnumbered 30 to 1, 30 to 1, Israel was able to quickly destroy the Egyptian Air Force and Navy as well as overcome Syria from the air. It's a mystery. From the air, isn't it so? Right? Israeli tanks reached the Suez Canal and decisively captured Soviet-built missile bases intact, complete. The war lasted less than a week, hence the name the Six-Day War. You have heard of the Six-Day War? This is the Six-Day War, 1967. How can a small nation do what it's doing? Have you seen how brave the Israelis are? Even sometimes you think America fears Israel. Did you know when you have a small, tough brother, a small brother who's very tough, provokes and says, let's fight. Today, if you watch CNN, they will tell you that Trump went into war because of Israel, who said, let's go to war. Let's go to. And when the people that hold the economy there are Jews, they're saying, we're about to be attacked here. Please, attack first. You saw before, prior to the attacks, the man, Nyathi, the prime minister, visited Israel over 4 times. Visited America over 4 times. They've shaken hands. When other leaders came in, Trump roasted them. You sit them and look at your leader from Africa. What's his name? Ramaphosa. He was roasted. Yeah, he came in as well and saying, yeah, we have a golf course, we can do this and that. And the man then suddenly hoodwinked him and began to say, but we have photos of you killing the whites in boom. And then he showed Julius Malema say, hey. Though they tried to say, no, it's a song, it's just a chant. I said, what chant? He called the poor. You call that a chant? If we say kill a black man, would you call that a chant? Cornered. The man left empty-handed. He was coming for tsotso. That's why each person must make their own tsotso. So that you. This is 2026. We can't be visiting abroad to make tsotso. Yeah. Can you imagine me traveling to want to build this thing, traveling to America looking for tsotso? Tsotso is here. We must make sure that all of us are empowered to build without being beggars elsewhere. Because once you are a beggar, you will meet homosexuals there. That will say, okay, you want money? Yeah, we want, yeah. We saw Josh there, he's bulky. Can we pata him? Then I leave there and say, okay, we are talking of Josh. I will talk to him. Yeah, give me the money. They give you $1 million, you are struck to Josh, I'll give you $500,000. Yeah, let them pata you. Can you see? You compromise the essence of the gospel because you are looking for money from the wrong source. Can you see the agenda of gays in Africa? Yeah, all these donations and so forth that come in, they have an agenda. Allow gays. It is our former president Mugabe was very tough and says, no, not here. It can't be. We will not touch your money. Get away with it. Even our current president, no. We don't want it. Yeah. No. Never admire. You're a man, you admire some other man's sperms. Well, what is that? A man has no entrance, only an exit. A woman has an entrance. So if you're a man and you admire me as a man and you look at me and you say, ah la la, you have made a mistake. Yeah, you need help. I could understand. I nearly put Josh there. No, I'm just joking. Are you understanding what we're talking about? Interesting. So the war lasted less than a week, hence the name 6-Day War. Can you imagine? Here's a small nation defeating nations. If Egypt is involved there, Egypt has a population. Iran has 92 to 93 million people. Egypt, the most populous nation in Africa is Egypt. Yeah. I think it's over 100 million people. Yes. Oh, no. Yeah, it could be. Nigeria is. Nigeria, depending on the figures, just fly out. I don't know who's right. Sometimes they say 300 million, sometimes they say 200 and something, but you don't know. Let's say 300 as they want to say. In Africa, empirical evidence, statistics means nothing. People can just wake up and tell you, we are, even church pastors, they will tell you, you find a classroom where the pastor is leading, he said African, he tells you we're 1,000. We say, yes, it's 1,000. Why don't you count the numbers? Yeah, they just hit you with a number. Yeah, you have 20 chairs. How many were you? Oh, we were over 500 there. Really? That's why as a pastor I count chairs now. When I reach a church, I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that they tell me. When they tell me, I say, but I counted so many chairs there. Count the chairs. Chairs will never lie to you. So this war, therefore, lasted how many days? How many days? Yeah. With its stunning military victory, Israel controlled, now watch this, after the 6-day war, controlled the Sinai Peninsula, West Bank, the Golan Heights. I went to the Golan Heights. When you go to the Golan Heights, you can see Syria, because down there in Israel. This more than quadrupled Israel's territory from 8,000 to 34,000 square miles. Just that war. Again, territory. It's like the apple of God's eye, surrounded by. If you just Google and put the map of Israel, see the nations around. All of them are fighting. Except one nation that has been neutral for years is Jordan. The rest. Can you see then when you translate that into tribulation period, and Israel signs a peace treaty of 3.5 years with these nations that have been fighting them for years, you know they're chopping them, isn't it? You know they will turn around. Yeah. I wish you could put Israel's map and the surrounding nations so that they can see these guys, what I'm talking about. They are nations. They are quiet, some of them. Some of them are friends with America today. Yeah. Look at the Gulf states. Look at Saudi Arabia. But deep down, deep down, no. Right now, this war has proved to them that, you know what, America didn't protect us. Yeah. We were now being attacked by our own brother. Yeah, they didn't protect us. Can you enlarge it? Yeah. Can you see Lebanon? I wish you brought the one I saw on CNN. Syria, Jordan, there is Gaza, where Palestine is, West Bank there, Jerusalem. It's a tiny nation. If you go down there, you'll find Egypt. In fact, when you're going to Israel, sometimes the plane passes through Egypt. We passed through Egypt. Did we pass through Egypt? We passed through Egypt, and then we landed in there. It's just an hour from Egypt to. It's more scary if you blow it and put many other nations around it. You'll find that they are not friendly nations to Israel. Then you have the Gulf states there. The Gulf states are like, to me, some people may differ, but for me, it is like hardcore Arabs that have been softened by money. And Iran does not like them, because Iran is a fundamentalist Islam state. Their brothers now are rich. Yeah. It's like you with your brothers in the rural areas. Your brothers become fundamentalists. You are now with your jewelry there. You are sophisticated. Yeah. When they look at you, and when you look at them, your cousin brother in Binga, you think they are rural. And you think you are more sophisticated. So when they visit you, you know, you feel, abantu laba abakwazi ukugeza labantu. That's what you will think. So that's what it is. But they are all Arabs. When you touch them, even you, Kuku, you will feel, you have touched my brother. I don't mind when we discriminate one against the other as a family. But you are touching them as in, That's what will happen there. That's what will happen with the Gulf states. The Arabs, pure. Yeah. The English word says blood is thicker than what? Water. The Arabs say milk is thicker than water. Thicker than blood. Drink from the same breast. I will never forget you. Yeah. Temporarily, they are doing what they are doing because they want to carry favor from America. But really, really, they don't love this nation. Are you understanding my explanation? Yeah. Hence, therefore, Israel will cut a treaty, tribulation. 3.5 years, a peace treaty. Then in the middle, already some Gulf states are saying, no. We won't now allow ourselves to be attacked by Iran. No one is protecting us. We thought America would protect us. And therefore we allowed your bases. You know why Iraq is attacking the bases of America in all these states? They would think automatically you attack. Yes, America is trying to defend, but not sufficiently. They've been bruised by this. And Iran is simply saying this: you are far away, America. You attack us, we will attack our brothers. Because we love them, we will warn them that we are attacking them. They warn them to say we are about to attack you, but we are attacking American interests and Americans in every hotel. How do you know this is an American? This is a sinner. So therefore, the Gulf states are simply saying we can't now allow these bases, because you are getting attacked by our own brother. Are you reading the whole thing? Yeah. All right. So 34 square miles there. The first time since the Roman era, watch this. The first time since the Roman era, the city of Jerusalem now was under the Jewish control. Since the Roman time. When this thing happened, it was in their control. Jerusalem has been a city. It's an amazing city. Amazing city. Because you know it has history. And they know it too. Let's read. This was now under Jewish control. Give us more notes here. Give us more notes. What does it say? Under Jewish control. However, within a few days of victory, Israel Defense Minister Moshe Dayan, meeting with Muslim leaders at the Al-Aqsa Mosque, retained administrative control of the Temple Mount site over to the Palestinians, declaring Jerusalem to be an international city. They had taken it, but the pressure was too much. And said, look, let's keep Jerusalem as an international city. In there is a place where the new temple must be built. Where the new temple must be built. That temple must be in existence when Christ comes. Read CNN and everything else. They will tell you they have the place. The funding has been put in place for this temple. We're close. This is now for the return of Christ, the glorious appearing, not the rapture. The glorious appearing. That temple must be in place. The site is there. Guess what? Trump comes in and he simply says, we will recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. You understand what he's just said? By saying we are recognizing, we are moving our embassy from Tel Aviv, the commercial city. We are moving into Jerusalem. That's what we recognize as the capital city of Israel. When the Arabs are saying, no, you can't do that. We share this city. There is the east part of it or the west part or north end. We share. Trump says, no, we are recognizing this. Bold statement. Can you see that Trump is used by God in many ways? But also in other ways. In other ways, he is used by whoever. So that temple must be in existence. If resources and the site is ready and the resources are ready, we are playing. It talks of the glorious appearing. You coming down. The temple must be ready. Can you imagine with money and resources? 1 year, 2 years, they will erect it. And that's it. Can you see why it's important to know history? If you don't know history, you think this is a waste of time. But I'm glad a few of you are excited, but some of you just don't even understand what I'm talking about here. Okay. 1973. Syria and Egypt attack Israel while Jews were in their synagogues. Watch this now. Observing the Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. This holiday is called the Day of Atonement. So who attacks here is Syria and Egypt. Can you see that the attacks have been relentless? There's been no peace to that nation. You can't say Israel is at peace. It has never been in peace, even since the time of David. It has never been in peace. And that's why it's a lovable city. I put my rings in Jerusalem. Before I replaced with yours here, I put my ring. I still have them, my rings in Jerusalem. So when did I buy these from you? 4 years, 3 years, 2 years? Last year. So that means the rings that I was wearing were from Jerusalem. I put them in Jerusalem. It's a beautiful city. These I put from him. I support, isn't it? We say the leader should love their people. So if you have a business and I can buy something from you, I will come and support you. Do you have a business? As long as you don't sell taha, I will not buy taha. Bishop Nyava has been praying around our place overnight, continuously. He will continue for the next day. He comes. You are alone when you come. He comes alone. I don't know whether he's praying for us, whether he believes this is open heavens. I'm not so sure. But he comes to pray. I'm sure he touches a little bit about us. But he has his own issues as well that he touches more. But thank God. Yeah. Was I right to announce? I didn't want to announce. I just felt like it's an important thing. Yeah. For me, a person who passes around at night here to pray. Yeah. While you are asleep. And some of you, while you are married, you are kissing each other. Nyava is praying. Otalin. Otalin domsipa. Ungavele ucela umsipho ukuthi abuye lapho uyakubuza athi ukuthi udalile ngimtshelo bani Bishop ngiyamtshelo bani udalile umsipho ngabuya lapho uyabaleka futhi after 1 hour aye udalina phenduke uyabuya. So the Jews were enjoying their holiday. They were passive here. They were attacked. This was the final time the Israeli military found itself unready in the face of attack. Once again, the Arabs, equipped with Russian-supplied armaments, attacked Israel in multiple simultaneous operations. Egypt seized large portions of Sinai, while Syria took the Golan Heights. Golan Heights taken back, taken again, back. Israel, however, was able to break through enemy lines and cross the Suez Canal, thereby cutting off the advancing Egyptian army. There was an Egypt. So these brothers are talking. Let's attack the nation. At the same time, Israel retook now the Golan Heights, forged into Syria, and was about to conquer Damascus. Damascus is the capital city of Syria. Okay. You will know then that when Naaman crossed over and went to Israel, he was not coming from far, if you saw the map. Just come. In fact, if you go Golan Heights, you will see Syria across that. Tell you, there is Syria there. Ikuthi nxa ubala nje ungala map uyakuthi kwahanjwa njani ikhona bana how far, how many days. Just look at the map and you will see that everything is around there. When he says the children of Israel crossed over from Egypt to Israel, it was supposed to be 11 days journey. It took 40 years. 40 years because of not listening. It's a lesson. It says when you are not listening, you will toil. You will toil. If you listen, you go linear. If you don't listen, you go Cholocho, and you want to go to Makwekwe. You end up going Cholocho, Lupane, Chivu, when you're supposed to take a few hours going there. Failure to obey and listen and take instructions will make you wander. So they wandered. 40 years on 11-day journey. I told you by plane from Egypt is to Tel Aviv. It's 1 hour. What's the name of the airport? Ben Gurion Airport. It's just an hour. You're landing. You take off, then you land. So if you are going to understand the Bible, understand this history. I'm blessed going out, blessed coming in. Yes, you are blessed, but know where you are coming from. Funda. And going out where? Listen, at the same time, Israel retook the Golan Heights, forged into Syria, and was about to conquer Damascus, but was stopped in his tracks by the UN enforced ceasefire. Otherwise, they would have taken off. UN said, don't ceasefire. Israel obeyed, pressurized by America. Otherwise, Israel alone would have gone in. Let's go now. 1978. At a conference hosted by US President Jimmy Carter. How many remember Jimmy Carter? Okay. At Camp David in Maryland, President Sadat of Egypt and Prime Minister Menachem Begin of Israel signed agreements known as the Camp David Accords. They signed those accords. They had been brought by America to say, hey, ceasefire, you have been fighting for a long time. Sign these accords. So these two leaders, the former Prime Minister of Israel, Menachem Begin, he was bald head, glasses, okay, signed an agreement with Sadat of Egypt. Okay. Signing an agreement with Egypt. Egypt is a strong nation, very strong nation. I know Persia, Iran is strong too, but Egypt was very strong at that time. This led to the signing of formal peace treaty between the two countries on March 26, 1979. In keeping with this agreement, Israel officially now withdrew its troops from the city of El Arish. They had gone right into Egypt and taken a territory. Into Egypt. Why Sadat left there? He knew he couldn't move these guys. This is at that time they were about 5 million as a population. Egypt was close to 100 million. There is a small nation going to take part of in Egypt. That's why he went, Sadat. He went and signed a treaty. How do you fight big nations like that when you are small? They're 8 million now. If you Google and just check the population of it. They were then, if you go back to that time, I don't think they were 4 million or 5 million. If you just say population of Israel, what year are we talking about? 1979, you'll be shocked. So this man then goes in and returned to Sinai, and returned Sinai to Egyptian control, 1981. In a daring early morning raid on Baghdad. Baghdad is the capital city of which country, by the way? Baghdad. Iraq, not Iran, Iraq. Who was there? Who was the leader who was toppled and killed finally? Saddam Hussein. Okay. Baghdad, Saddam Hussein was simply saying, if America attacks us, we will attack one nation only. You think they will say we'll attack America, we'll attack Israel. If America attacks us, we're attacking Israel. And that's what they were doing. And Israel said, but you are fighting with America. Why are you fighting us? They say you are the same. That's his 1981. In a daring early morning raid on Baghdad, 600 miles north of their airbase, 600 miles. 8 Israeli F-16 fighters with 6 F-15 fighters flying cover destroyed French-built nuclear generator in Iraq. They knew that it was targeted to them. Israel believed that Iraq was planning to utilize the plutonium generator to build atomic weapons for use against Israel. Formerly, the world was outraged because of this reaction. They say, how can Israel do that and destroy this plant that was built by the French and so forth? Formerly, the world was outraged by Israel's action. But secretly, many world leaders were relieved that the hostile and unpredictable Iraqi will not become a nuclear power. Just like right now, many leaders are happy with what's happening. Yeah, they pretend that, oh no, how can America do that? But secretly, everybody does not want Persia, Iran today, not Iraq now, Iran holding nuclear weapons. Because if you just cross their path, they will send one to you. Kaboom! So they don't want that. A common. 1983. A truck bomb blew up the U.S. Marine compound at Beirut, Lebanon airport, killing 241 U.S. servicemen who were part of the peacekeeping force. A similar attack at the French compound killed an additional 58 soldiers. Remember, Lebanon is around, also surrounding Israel. You know what Israel has done in the past 2 weeks? They have invaded Lebanon. While they were fighting Iran, they also fought, they're fighting Lebanon. What caused that? Because a militant group called Hezbollah is based in Lebanon, sponsored by Iran. When the war between Iran and Israel started, Hezbollah, having signed a peace treaty with Israel, decided, no, we will bomb Israel. They started that, and Israel has gone mad. It has destroyed and went in. They've gone in now. They are inside Lebanon. Inside. They've taken certain territories, whether it's the northern region. Yeah, they're camped there. You can't move them. Just sit there. Yeah. They share border. There it is. Oh, thank you. Why didn't you tell me? You keep on just saying, how do you know that I will know? Just say, Bishop, there is something there. Aha. Can you see Lebanon? Can you see they share border? That southern part there, they've gone inside there. Yeah. But this is a good map now. That's what I was looking for. You guys, you are not very clever sometimes. Yeah? There must be one person who's thick there, who's not giving me. Look at this now. Yeah. Look at that. Look at the whole map now. Look at where Israel is. There is Israel. Look at Lebanon. Look at Syria. Look at Damascus. Now you see that Syrian general came from Damascus, crossed over to Israel. So he wasn't coming from far. Don't feel pity for him to say a sick man traveled all the way with leprosy. It's a border. He was just crossing over. Keep the map there, and then the West Bank, that's where the war is. There's Jordan there. They're at peace. Yeah. The mother to the king of Jordan, I think the father to the king of Jordan, who is an Arab, married an English woman. So this guy speaks fluent English. Yeah. So I think he is half-half in the sense of, yeah, he feels he's Arabic, but he feels he's also English. That's why he doesn't cause havoc much. Yeah. Jordan has never, look at how big they are. They have never caused any problems but you wonder then when his time comes to leave, another person comes in. Can you see? Look at Israel. Look at Saudi Arabia. Look at Iraq down there. Look at Sinai. Look at Egypt there. Go, take it up a little bit. Look at how vast Egypt is. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. Then there is all other nations in the Gulf. There is Oman. There is all others, the UAE, and all others. Look at how big they are. One nation, small nation. Yeah, don't tell me God is not there. If this does not tell you about God, then you have missed it somehow. Look at how tiny Israel is. Tel Aviv there, and you go down. You can drive, by the way, from south to the north. You can just drive. It's a tiny nation. But rich, produce some of the greatest scientists in the world. If I have a message here called What the Jews Have Done for the World, I have a message like that. What the Jews have done. There is no nation that comes near. Just these few people. The inventions, the Nobel Peace Prize that have been won by the Jews. And most of them are based in America. They are American Jews now. That's why America has to line up. Plus the Christians in America, isn't it? They support Israel. Whether they're Jews or not Jews, they support. All right, let's go. 1984, 8,000 Jews were secretly rescued from Ethiopia and taken safely to Israel as part of an effort called Operation Moses. They find their people. They find them all over. Whether they are mixed or not, they find them and take them. Me, I'm a Remba. I have Remba blood. Yeah. The Rembas, if you read the book of Ezra, it is the Jews that married non-Jewish women. They loved non-Jewish women. They married them and produced these Rembas. They then, when Ezra was coming, he tormented them. If you read the book of Ezra, he said, you have married foreign wives. Yeah, let them go. With their children, let them go. I have the Remba blood. They came down, right down Masungo, where Zimbabwe ruins are. Came down to Zimbabwe. There are other Lembas. They're called Lembas in South Africa. I met a Lemba. And he said, yeah, my mother was, because they come from Berengo. They came to Black Jews. So there was another operation of going to Ethiopia, finding what we call the Falashia Jews, the black Jews. They were also taken. There are black Jews now in Israel. They were taken from, these are believed to be the lineage of Solomon. When the Queen of Sheba visited Solomon, how can you visit Solomon when you you're asking for problems? The man has 1,000 wives and concubines, and you visit Solomon. Do you think you will come back? Solo. She left beautiful Arabia to visit Solomon, a man who had 1,000 wives and concubines together, 1,000. She marveled at Solomon's grace and anointing. I am sure it went beyond the temple itself. Because she ended up saying, half of what was told me when I was in Arabia, what was this if we go in the flesh? If we go spiritual, I think it's the glory of God. But in the flesh, what is this that she saw? Agambata solo. And because Solomon wrote Proverbs and said all these Proverbs to this rich woman, and the woman just said, Solo, zomnoda kuita itai. She spoke in Shona. She was just laying. And therefore, they believe black Jews come from that union. That's where they come from. Yeah. Don't visit Solomon when you are weak. Even Molly would have fallen for Solomon. Solomon was something else. rich, but full of wisdom. Can you imagine women that love words and Solomon? Just read the Proverbs or read Songs of Solomon or the book of Ecclesiastes. Yeah, it was gushing out of him. And she comes in, you'll never go back. Came off. It's like visiting El Michael in his room there, where he lives there. Don't visit El Michael. I know El Michael is a godly man, but don't visit him. Don't visit this young man in his room alone. He now lives alone there. Do you think he will come out? Pretty says, you just be praying. Goliath, tell us, whoever visits El Michael in his home there, tell us, because they share well separate bedrooms though. Tell us any lady who visits there. Who has visited you ever since you went there? I know. Who? Ladies. I joy. Who else? Pastor Molly has visited. Molly is like your mom. Yeah. What about Maro? Has Maro visited? Are we making the Bible alive with this teaching? Are you enjoying it or you don't care? You think, Bishop, today, what's wrong with him? I'm giving you information that will center you, that will help you. 1990, on August 2, 1990, Saddam Hussein of Iraq invaded Kuwait. Okay, this is another soft brother. Yeah, Saddam Hussein was a tough brother, a fundamentalist. He invades Kuwait. Yeah, Kuwait was half, just like UAE. He invades Kuwait. 4 days later, the UN Security Council imposed economic sanctions against Iraq. The next day, the USA began sending troops into the Persian Gulf area. You remember that war? Okay. Hussein now announced that any military action against Iraq will result in a strike on Israel. Iraq Foreign Minister Sheikh Aziz decided to strike back. On December 23, Saddam Hussein announced that Tel Aviv, the city, commercial city in Israel, will be Iraq's first target if invaded. As you know, this led to 1 year later, 1991, the Gulf War began on January 15. Over the next 5 weeks, 38, according to 38 Scud missiles were launched at Israel from Iraq, 38, resulting in 1 fatality and 172 injuries. Because on February 28, the Gulf War ended with the expulsion of the Iraqi army from Kuwait by the US and coalition forces. Right, in 1993, Israel secretly signed a peace agreement with PLO in Oslo, Norway, on August 20. Several days later, both groups signed letters formally recognizing each other's right to exist. These agreements don't work because once another prime minister comes in, he may be extreme right and he says, we don't recognize that. There's no peace between us. And it continues. That's where we are at this point in time. Continual fights. Today, the whole Gaza Strip has been destroyed. If you watch CNN, the buildings destroyed. Just over 6 months. And over 1 million people have been displaced. The Arabs, some have gone to different countries around. It's a serious war. Serious. 1 year later, because this agreement was signed between these two leaders, Rabin and Arafat, both of them won the Nobel Peace Prize. It's America trying to recognize them, make peace. So they decided, hey, you have done something at least. You have signed these secret accords in Oslo, Norway. We are awarding you a Nobel Peace Prize, Rabin, as well as you, Yasser Arafat. Is that Yasser Arafat? Yes. Arafat, yeah. Both of them. Again, trying to encourage them. Right, next, where are we? On September 13, before we go to 95, on September 13, the historic handshake took place between Israel Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and PLO leader Yasser Arafat on September 23. The Israel Knesset, that's the Parliament of Israel, ratified, in other words, endorsed the Oslo Agreement by a vote of 61 to 50. Tight. Can you see how tight it was? Yet it's a peace agreement, 61 to 50, with 8 abstentions. They said, no, we are not voting there. 1 year later, Rabin and Arafat were awarded that, 1995. Israel Prime Minister was assassinated at a peace rally. Can you imagine? Who assassinated him? The right-wing Jewish people. Why? Why do you sign an agreement with our enemies, PLO? So you can see how delicate it is. You can't win. So they assassinated him. Extremists, heads of the state from all over the world, including Jordan's king, Jordan. He attended this funeral. And President Mubarak of Egypt. This is a different president of Egypt who was now favorable to American interests. They attended in Jerusalem. 1996. Jerusalem celebrated its 3,000th anniversary as the capital of the Jewish state, dating back to King David's conquest of the city in biblical times. Later that year, newly elected Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Can you see Netanyahu? He has been in there. He goes out, comes back, goes out, comes back. Announced the opening of a new archaeological tunnel alongside the Western Wall. We will leave that. 1998. The U.S. Embassy in Nairobi, Kenya, and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania were bombed by the Al-Qaeda. Now Al-Qaeda comes in. Who do you know? Who do you associate Al-Qaeda with? With who? Bin Laden. Okay, let's watch what happens here with Bin Laden. This was done at the White House. We leave that. 2000, U.S. President Bill Clinton attempted to negotiate a peace treaty between Israel Prime Minister Ehud Barak and Palestinian President Yasser Arafat. Barak agreed to the treaty's terms, but Arafat refused. Said no. September 11, you know what happened, isn't it? 2001. Islamic terrorists sponsored by Al-Qaeda hijacked and crashed jetliners into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York and the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. You remember that? It all dates back to Ishmael as well as Isaac. All this. Now these guys now were using Afghanistan. They ran away from all other nations because they were too close. America would find them. They were fighting from the mountains in Afghanistan. And the leader was this man, who was later killed by Barack Obama. You know? Barack Obama sent the SEALs. They went in there, they discovered that he was now living in Pakistan, in a certain house, with his wives there, enjoying himself with a beard, big beard. They went in and killed him. But this war was launched from Afghanistan. That's when you saw America now attacking Afghanistan under George Bush. The president was George Bush. They attacked and destroyed and removed the Taliban leadership. the clergy leadership, removed it. Taliban was tough. Women, you can't see a woman. All you see is eyes. You can't see their fingers, you can't see their toes. No woman is seen. No skin of a woman is seen. They're tough. Nicho. You can't touch them. Yeah, extremists. So all you see is, but the husbands see them, I'm sure. How do you marry? I don't know. Maybe they know by lineage. So and so is a daughter, so and so. But you don't see them. So therefore, that war between America and Afghanistan and all the coalition forces, they went in for a couple of years. They were looking for bin Laden. Bin Laden had run away, crossed over, went to Pakistan, hid there. Yet Pakistan is a friend to America, but they don't sell each other. He lived there for years in a big house. You saw the house where he was living. Big, you wouldn't even miss it. For years, they were looking for him all over Africa, everywhere. The man was there. Next to the army barracks of the Pakistan. He lived there for years. He would send people to go and buy, receive his groceries. They began to trace him that way. It crossed over. He was no longer in the mountains. But alas, they went in, they invaded, they caught him, and they killed him. They took his body, right, and threw it into the sea. And America celebrated. We've got him. They got him. He had killed 3,000 people. Watch this. Let's read this. In 2008, Trade Center. Read more. Look at the reactions. I want you to watch the reactions. This is what we call 9/11. More. Kwela pele, we are peso. Go back. Thousands of Palestinians and other Muslims celebrated in the streets while the rest of the world was mourning. Can you see? When those jetliners went into the buildings, 3,000 people from different countries died. The Muslims were celebrating in the streets. Yeah, but if you don't know the history, then you are mistaken. You do celebrating. Yes, they believed all their problems were coming from America, supporting Israel. This was the price they made America pay by supporting Israel. We're coming to destroy you. They call it the Great Satan. They call America the Great Satan. So two emotions. The Western world is mourning. The Muslim world, even those that are not mourning, they are quiet, but inside, they were happy. Please stand. Let's close. We can't be here all the time, so we need to go. So how many people were killed? 3,000 people were killed. I'm just trying to pick the juicy ones here. In 2007, Israeli Air Force destroyed a suspected nuclear reactor in Syria built with assistance from North Korea. Can you see North Korea is coming? So really you can trace your nations if you want to trace them. You can see them in the history. You can see Russia is pro these guys. North Korea, pro these guys. Iran, pro these guys. You can pick all of them. You can see. So that's why, therefore, from all this, you can know which nations will form Armageddon. China, Russia, North Korea, Arab League of Nations. That includes Syria, that includes Iran, that includes Iraq, that includes all these nations. They are called Arab League of Nations. It's very easy. That's the formation of Armageddon. The lines have been drawn already. It's clear. The more these nations fight each other, the more the lines are drawn. They're drawn. So therefore, Armageddon is a war between all those nations that you saw in that map against one nation, Israel. They come against it in missiles and everything else to attack. It is when the church now, after 7 years, comes down and Christ uses the sword of his mouth to defeat. I hope it's clear to you. Is that clear? So once you read your newspapers, you watch news a little bit, because news is interesting these days. It's pointing to that. 2008, large-scale conflict in Gaza in response to ongoing rocket fire in the western Negev. 2010, the Free Gaza movement sends flotilla. 2010, the Free Gaza movement sends flotilla. What is flotilla? Ships, small boats that are carrying weapons that are stopped by Israel naval forces. These events served as part of the larger blockade of Gaza. 9 activists were killed on board on one flotilla. Several flotilla passengers and Israel soldiers were wounded. 2011, the Israel embassy attacked in Cairo. They reported 3,000 Egyptian protesters therefore were part of this. Okay, it goes on and on and on. I can go on and on. Time is not on our side. But I thought to give you that background so that you will understand that the current history is very, very important. Very, very important. Are you understanding where we are at? What is happening? Do you now believe that the Bible is a real book? Yeah. See, everything in the Bible is true. When I look at this, it's story. The Bible has no stories. It's a prophetic book. Everything written there is aligned now. It's ready. So therefore, if the events of the tribulation, 7-year period, are happening now and the alignments are seen now, what more rapture? If rapture is near, what more revival? What more revival? So therefore, that's why you see many people feeling like talking about revival. Even those that didn't feel like talking about revival are now talking about revival. Everybody is talking about revival. Even if they don't know what it is, they just say revival. Revival. Why is God uniting different people now? Because it's time. In as much as you see alliances there in nations, there must of necessity be alliances in church leaders. There will be. Because the natural is mirrored in the spiritual. If you're to ask me now about the alliances I'm in, if you're to ask me 5 years ago, I would not say it will happen. I find myself in alliances. I find myself ready to preach in different places, different pulpits. I find Gen Next being a key vehicle for alliances. Yeah. When did Gen Next start? January last year. Yeah. It started with us believing that if we get 50 leaders, we are happy.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's shifted. Gen Next is in Harare second time, possibly with more than 3,000 leaders of different churches. Then invitation in Botswana, invitation in Joburg, invitation in Cape Town, invitation in Mozambique. These are spiritual alliances. In as much as they are natural alliances, they are also spiritual alliances. Who is moving these alliances? Is it Bishop Nyathi? Forget it. Forget it. It can't be. It is God speaking to hearts of people and saying, you need to connect, you need to connect, you 2 connect, you 3 connect, you 10 connect. So you have no choice. You were telling me something very interesting this morning after gym. We were gymming, by the way, still gym. After gym, you said, it is like these days, if you are just out for a week, you are telling me you won't go to UK for more than, you said for more than what? 2 weeks. Why? What was the reason?
Because I just feel something can just happen.
Happen. And you are behind. Yes. Speed is the issue. He feels that if he went And when he comes back, his position may be taken by someone, by a Bangira now. There are many Bangiras that are fast and quick. Yeah, they'll finish you. Once they're in there, you can't move them. Why would you move someone who's key there for a person who was just enjoying himself with his wife? Why would you move him? Yeah, they are in. They are in. Look at Bangira here, how he came here. Yeah, now he tells you, Bishop, I can't come out of this place. He tells all these guys. He doesn't hide. He tells them, I'm here to stay. Yeah, even Buddha, I'm here to stay. You can't move me. And he will tell you to your face. And he tells me, Bishop, you can't move me, even me. You can't move. These are exciting. What am I saying? What you are saying is very prophetic. I just thought about it when I went home. I said, to tell the truth, that's true. Because therefore you are there 1 week and someone comes in and he finds an area that needs them and they're in there. So why should we move them?
I'm not going.
The guy happened to be in the UK. Why should we can't? We just say, look, let's find another role for you to play. Play that role. Gone. So it will happen to churches as well. Like you here in this church. Yeah. Like you here in this church. Can you imagine when I find that I'm useful in a meeting there than here, I will go to that meeting on a Tuesday. Suddenly I find a group of 10,000 people that say, Bishop, we need you on a Tuesday. I'll weigh out and say, these lazy punks here that are here versus let me go there. Can you see? Because of speed and acceleration. It's not that you will be selling them out. No. You're simply saying, Lord, where are we needed most? Where can we make impact? Why did we go to Harare second time when we were there in March?
Yes.
We saw the hunger and the need. Yeah. We could have come here, Blawa. We said, no. In fact, we should go to Masvingo. Yeah. We said, no. Let's hit Harare again. And then if Harare responds again with these numbers, we say, let's finish Harare again.
We'll go back again.
Let's finish Harare. Can you see? These are events. This is exactly what we are saying.
I'm not going to do it.
That you move. No, you must go and see your wife.
Just
or rather call her to come.
she must come.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. And therefore it applies to you all. Let's bring it down to you. You are in church. You have the right to get in there and pick a position and function in it. You don't. Watch the revival kids that are coming. Yeah, they are more hungry than you. Yeah. They will come in and begin to lay hands on you. They will be the ones laying hands on you. We say, but Lord, Bishop, how can these babies lay hands? They carry the anointing. You are an old God, you have no anointing. So they will lay hands on you. I hope you can listen to this powerful message that I just preached there with the dates and everything else. We're just praying for one thing. Please stand. Let's pray before we go. We're praying for revival. Revival is key. Is revival key? Yeah. Please, in your own words, pray for revival. Father, here we are. We cry out for revival. Visit us again. Revive us again. Move on our behalf. We realize the timelines, the prophetic timelines, and therefore we cry to you, Lord, visit us, come down, open the heavens, tear open the heavens, rain on us in a special way, rain on us in a unique way, in the name of Jesus. Revive us, Lord. We cry out like the sons of Korah. Will you not revive us again? Will you not visit us again? In the name of Jesus. We bless you, Lord. We bless you for the visitation of this church, visitation of this city, visitation of this nation. Lord, we have a prophetic word dangling over this city. Cause it to come to pass. mighty revival. A great revival. Do it, Lord. That's our prayer. That's our cry. Revive us, Lord. Revive us, revive us, revive us, revive us, revive us. Revive us, Lord. Revive us, Lord. Mighty God. Come down in a special way. Come down in a unique way. In the name of Jesus. That's our cry. That's our prayer. Oh, merciful God. Merciful God. We thank you. We bless your name. Amen and amen. Put your hands together like you have learned history today. Church's history. Hallelujah. We are ready to collect an offering before we go home. Please give us envelopes and then we can sow. I just need one. Yeah, thank you. The rest, please lift up your hand. They will give you an envelope there. Thank you. By the way, all that history that I was teaching about is in one of my books here. Where is the book here? Maybe it's there. Sure? End time events. Check there. Yeah, there it is. All that history is in this book. You'll find it in this book. This book was written in 2016. So you'll find what I've been teaching on. All messages I've taught on end time events are coming from this book. All of them. From the first ones, days of Noah, right up to now. There is 2 more or so last chapters which we don't have time to touch because we have only this Sunday, really, and the following Tuesdays. But these have questions. And the questions are most commonly asked questions or frequently asked questions about Israel and the end times. Yeah, these are the questions that are frequently asked. It will be good to go through these and answer them for you through these frequently asked questions. We will see whether Tuesday we can attempt to do this. On Sunday we can't do that. We have to find a message. On Sunday I may find a message on hell. Because hell is part of the end times. Maybe let me preach on hell. If I feel all right, I'll preach on hell. Don't hold me to it. I say if I feel all right. I'll preach on hell and then touch then on Tuesday. Frequently ask questions about Israel and the end times. Then I will ask that question myself and then answer it for you. Ask another one and answer it for you. Is that all right? Okay. And then I think that will be the end of the end times. Okay. That declaration will be end. Yeah. Because the next Sunday will be 3rd of May. So we're done. Hey, Basara, siyeza ibambi pulpit. Manje when pulpit yakwe ungachumayela once supelile suponchile. I'm coming from January, February, March, April. During COVID, I preached all sessions right non-stop. At home, beaming, shooting. Tuesdays, shooting. Recording continuously for I don't know, 2 years, feeding you in your homes. And you were falling asleep, getting fat while I was preaching to you. Surely, hey, good shepherds are very good shepherds, isn't it? Yeah. Salichumaiza, labuya sili backslide, silichumaiza kona. All right, we have envelopes here. All right. Do you put your money there in the envelopes?